Greetings everyone, and welcome to your 60-minute Vinyasa. I am Spencer and Amelia. A little bit gray out today, a little bit gray and rainy, but so be it. I'm wearing my Kripalu shirt today. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but Kripalu, for those of you that have never heard of it, is a yoga and meditation retreat center up in western Massachusetts, right on the border of New York State. And it's one of my favorite places that I've ever been. And I saw the other day that they have closed down and sent home about 450 of their 490 employees. So keeping our fingers crossed and praying for Kripalu to open up real soon. And on that, we will begin today in seated posture. We'll put a little bells on here. We'll go into our 6 or 7 minute breath work. So in your seated posture, you can have your palms facing up on your knees should you choose to receive. Maybe your palms can be facing down on your knees should you choose to ground. Sometimes in this posture, I like to put my left hand palm up inside of my right hand and lay it in my lap. Sometimes I see people put their middle finger and index finger on the floor to ground as well. So wherever you are comfortable to settle in for our pranayama, for our breath work. So just come to your mindful meditative breath and just begin to come into your yoga mind, into your yoga head. Letting go of the outside world and bringing yourself more introspectively into the inside world. Beginning to concentrate and focus on your breath. Letting all thoughts in your head of earlier today, later today, tomorrow, the next day, letting those thoughts just pass through. And when those thoughts come back into your head, as they ultimately will, catch yourself and come back to that breath. During your mindful meditative breath, your breath should be quiet and soft. The texture of your breath should be smooth and easy. Bringing everything into the center. We'll take 2 or 3 more mindful meditative breaths, remembering that you have access to this breath during your practice today when you're settling into your postures. Calming breath. And now we'll begin to deepen our breath as we move into our Ujjayi Breath. So now the sound of your breath is audible and the texture of your breath is coarse and rough, as you feel the air passing over the back of the throat on your inhale. A snoring sound, an oceanic sound. Feeling the belly fill and rise on your inhale as the diaphragm drops in the abdominal cavity, allowing the lungs to open and expand, the ribs opening and expanding. Flexibility of your rib cage is so important in your breath work. The more flexible your thoracic cage is, the more your lungs will be able to expand and open, filling the air. On your exhale, that diaphragm raises up in the belly, pressing mechanically on the base of the lungs and expelling all of the air. You're building fire, you're building heat. Take 3 final Ujjayi breaths on your own. And remembering that you have access to your Ujjayi breath during your practice when you need a little additional fire in the belly. When you're struggling a little bit, you come to your Ujjayi breath. That's what it's there for. And in the real world, when you're struggling, sometimes you come to your Ujjayi breath as well, and this is where you practice that. Final Ujjayi breath here. And now we'll deepen that breath one final time and move into a cleansing breath pattern. Inhale deeply. This time, at the top of that breath, you'll pause and hold for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the mouth opens wide as you exhale through the mouth. You're blowing out a candle about 4 feet in front of you. Slowly, consciously, mindfully. Inhale. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Biggest breath yet. Pause. Mouth opens wide. Exhale. Lengthen. Extend that exhale consciously. Take it as far as you can, building strength in the lungs, building that pulmonary capacity. Take 2 final cleansing breaths on your own, making each breath deeper than the last. Final breath. And using your cleansing breath during your practice when you need to inhale as much oxygen as possible and exhale as much carbon dioxide as possible. Eyes blink open. We'll start to take some spinal warm-ups. We'll move into spinal side flexion. So we're going to place that left palm down on the floor to begin, right next to that left hip. Fingertips facing forward. Your right arm extends up tall, with your palm facing the wall towards your left, and your fingertips are touching the ceiling. This is an active posture, that right side. Now, press into the left palm to grow tall, and then on your exhale, begin to side bend towards your left, opening up the right side body, extending the right fingertips towards the side wall on your left, trying to maintain contact with your right hip to the floor. So press that right hip down onto the floor. If you'd like, you can come to a block with your left forearm. If you'd like, you can come to the floor on your left forearm, but only if that right hip stays on the mat. Inhale, nice straight line. Exhale, lengthen. Touch the wall with your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen. And come back to center. Right palm comes to the outside of the right hip. Left arm goes up tall, palm facing the right wall now. Fingertips touching the ceiling. So you want that shoulder joint, that glenohumeral joint to open, extend. That will give you more range of motion. Press down into the right palm, lift up tall, grow, touch the ceiling. I felt that happen with Amelia just there. And then exhale. Touching the right wall with your fingertips. Again, nice straight line from the hips to the fingertips. Feeling the left side body open. All the muscles between the rib cage, the intercostal muscles, the in-between rib muscles. Lengthening, opening. I talked about that in the breath portion. How do you increase flexibility and range of motion in the rib cage? This is what you're doing. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen, come down to a block with the forearm or the floor with your forearm should you choose, no requirement to do so. Inhale, exhale, lengthen, and back to center. We're going to sweep both arms up tall. Sweep that right arm under the left. We're going to go into eagle arms. So we're sweeping the right arm under the left. You're crossing at the elbows. You're going to press your elbows into one another. You're going to press your forearms into one another. And you're going to press your hands into one another. If you can't get your palms together, that's fine. Make a fist. If you can't make a fist, that's fine. Grab your shoulders one another with your hands. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, begin to forward fold with eagle posture. Now, Press the elbows together, press the forearms together, press the palms together. You will feel an opening of those upper back muscles. Those shoulder blades are rolling outward towards the side here, and the muscles between the spine and the shoulder blades are lengthening, extending. It's called the rhomboid muscles in particular. Inhale, exhale, fold, really roll those shoulders forward. At the same time, you're sucking your belly button in, you're engaging your abdominal bandhas. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale brings you back to seated. We'll uncross the arms come up tall, and then we'll go the other way. So now the left arm comes under the right, and we'll cross at the elbows, cross at the wrists. If you can bring your hands together, as Amelia can, in full namaskar, feel free to do so. But most people can't get their hands together like that, so don't feel bad. Get as close as you can, or make a fist, or grab your shoulders. Inhale, grow tall, elbows lift. Exhale, suck the belly button in and bring the forearms towards the floor. You may or may not get to the floor. If you can't get to the floor and you have a block or you have a pillow or a blanket near you to roll up to bring the floor closer to you, feel free to do so. Now, roll the shoulder blades forward by compressing the elbows, the wrists, and the forearms. Sucking the belly button in, engaging the bandhas for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. We're going to bring both arms behind the back, making a fist, pressing the palms and fists towards the floor. Inhale, shoulder blades come back. Exhale, begin to lean forward and raise the arms off of the back. Taking a little bit of a shoulder rinse here. So on the eagle pose, we brought the shoulder blades forward. On this posture, we're pressing the shoulder blades together. So we're opening the pec muscles, the chest muscles here. The chest muscles, the pec, and the rhomboid muscles on the back are antagonistic muscles. That means they work in opposition. So in the eagle posture that we just did, we were lengthening the rhomboids and contracting the pecs. You can come back up now. And on the shoulder rinse, we're doing the exact opposite. Now we're going to do a spinal twist here. We'll take the back of the left palm to the outside of the right knee. And then that right palm, back of the left palm. Right. Back of the left palm to the outside of the right knee. There you go. Okay. And then the right palm comes to the base of the spine with your wrist as close to your spine as possible, fingertips pointing away. Now, press down into the right hand to grow tall, distracting the spinal bones. And then on your exhale, begin to take a twist. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. You're pressing that left hand into the right knee. That helps to give you leverage. So that arm should be nice and straight. Maybe a micro bend at the elbow, but not too much of a bend. Inhale, press down to grow tall. Exhale, take your twist. One day your shoulders are like Amelia's, where her shoulders are perfectly perpendicular to the rest of her body. So she's really engaging those abdominal oblique muscles here. Inhale, exhale, twist, and back to center. We'll switch out the legs, so uncross the legs and recross. And now we'll take the back of the right palm to the outside of the left knee. Left palm comes behind the spine, fingertips pointing away. Press down to lift up on your inhale, and then on your exhale, begin to take your twist. Your gaze is over your left shoulder. You're getting that leverage by pressing the back of that right palm into the outside of the left knee. Inhale, grow. Exhale, twist. Inhale, grow. Exhale, twist. And return back to center. You'll now roll over the knees, find yourself in tabletop.
I love when stuff cracks.
So, in tabletop, nice, good posture here. Hips directly over the knees, shoulders directly over the elbows, elbows directly over the wrists. You can have your feet flat, or you can roll your toes under. We'll take a couple cow cats here. So on your inhale, drop your belly towards this floor. Lift your cervical spine up, opening that throat chakra. Gaze, drishti point is towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, press into the palms. Bring the chin to the chest. Dome the spine to the ceiling for cat pose. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And now I invite you to take 2 or 3 cow-cats on your own and move any way that you would like here. Move the hips, move the shoulders, move the arms, sit back, sit forward. Just listen to your own intuition. After your 3rd cow-cat, come back to tabletop. Now, come to the forearms. So we're in forearm tabletop. So, important here, okay? Forearms are parallel to one another and elbows are parallel to one another. This is what I see a lot. If you take a second to look up, where the elbows come out, try to keep everything in. This is like chaturanga arms, so you're getting a lot of triceps here. So from here, we're going to step both feet back, roll the toes under, and make your way into a forearm plank. Hold here, try not to let the hips fall down. You're not in a dolphin yet. We're going to get there in a moment, so the hips aren't up too high, but I don't want to see the hips kind of bending towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale, hips come down, toes flatten. We're in Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale, chin comes to the floor, arms come out into a T. We'll bring the legs together and inhale our way into full locust. Inhale, lifts the chest, lifts the arms, lifts the legs. Exhale, lower, brings you back to Sphinx pose. Inhale, rolls the toes under, you're back in forearm plank. Exhale, begin to walk the toes forward towards the elbows, lifting the hips and taking you into dolphin pose. My personal least favorite yoga posture.
Agreed.
You can bend your knees if you want here. Elbows stay in. Exhale takes you back to forearm plank. Inhale. Exhale drops the hips to Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale drops the chin, arms come out to a T. Inhale to locust. Exhale to Sphinx. Inhale to forearm plank. Exhale, walks the toes in one last time to dolphin. Now, if you're an advanced practitioner and you'd like to go and play with a headstand here, find your way into any type of headstand. You don't have to go there, but if you want to, you can. For the rest of you, stay in dolphin as long as you can, and then make your way into child's pose. Flying yogis, begin to make your way down. And everyone will meet in a child's pose. Beautiful, Amelia. She's been working so hard on her headstands, and we were actually talking about headstands before we started our practice today, and how Amelia's been working on her headstands, and she said something interesting was that she no longer thinks about her legs in her headstand. She's only thinking about her core, and she's finally gotten herself to a point in her practice where she's able to engage that core, and it doesn't really matter where her legs are. She can get her legs into a headstand from any position using her core. And the rest of our practice is designed to enhance and strengthen that core. And your balance postures, should you like to go into them somewhere down the road, come from all of this other work that we're doing. Roll the toes under, lift the hips up tall, find your way in your first down dog. So now you can pedal the feet and swivel the hips, thinking about bringing the heels towards the floor, the hips towards the ceiling, bending the knees should you choose, nice flat back, holding here, and then bend the knees ever so slightly, peek to the top of the mat, either walk or hop to the top of the mat, find your way in a nice forward fold, Uttanasana. You can grab your elbows into ragdoll should you choose, or you can just let your arms hang. If you feel pretty warmed up already and you would like to go for your heels, feel free to go for your heels. Yogi's choice. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Hands come to heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's set up in our mountain pose, our rest pose. Couple deep cleansing breaths here before we move into our sun salutations. Anatomical position, palms facing forward, shoulders slightly retracted, grounding into the earth with both feet, the four corners of both feet. Sun salutation A with a lunge in the middle. Follow my cue, one breath, one motion. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale and forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold and step the right foot back. You're in a runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. We'll take our first vinyasa here now. Should you choose to come to your knees during the chaturanga component, feel free to do so. Inhale, forward in the high push-up. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhale, feet flatten, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, toes roll under, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts tall. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. If the ankle is not directly under the knee, grab the ankle and bring it there. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we sweep the arms up tall. We bring the palms together and the heels of the palms together. Crossing the thumbs, releasing the index fingers. We're going to take our first back bend. So press down into the earth to lift up tall. Then press your hips forward. Drop your head back and begin to trace a line on the ceiling straight back behind you. You're lifting your chest here. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. So you're lifting your chest up here. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, left foot back, runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot back, you're in down dog. We'll move into our vinyasa, forward in the high push-up. Knees should you choose, otherwise exhale, elbows in tight. Feel the elbows graze against the rib cage. Feel those triceps working. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts tall. Exhale, step it through, top of the mat. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeps the arms up tall, palms together, setting up for back bend number 2 in this sequence. You've been here once. Remember, press the chest towards the ceiling. Feet into the floor, grow tall, touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Hips forward, head drops back, opening the heart, tracing a line towards the back wall. Can you see the back wall? Inhale, exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Raise your hand if you panic when you go into a back bend. Okay? Everybody's raising their hand. That's okay. That's where that breath comes in. That's where when you go into that back bend and that sympathetic nervous system begins to kick in, the fight or flight nervous system, that's where the breath brings you back to center. So, find the breath. Find comfort in the discomfort using the breath. We'll set up for Sun B. We'll add Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, as we fold, we sweep our fingertips onto the floor and make our way into chair pose, Utkatasana. Amelia has her arms up tall. You can have your arms up flat. Sitting back, knees come back. Majority of the weight on the back half of the foot. Exhale, fold and step the right foot back into a runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. If you'd like to take a 3-legged vinyasa, feel free to go there. You do not have to. But if you'd like to, right leg comes up. Inhale, forward in the high plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, right foot drops. Lifts up into upward facing dog, and exhale, rolls over the toes into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts tall. Exhale, step it through, top of the mat. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep up tall, palms come together, back bend number 3. Final one in this sequence. Go for it now. Press down, lift up, press forward, drop back, trace a line on the ceiling. Can you see the back wall? Can you gaze there? Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Good job, everyone. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back, runner's lunge. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot back. We're in down dog. Three-legged vinyasa yogis, left leg lifts. Otherwise, keep both feet down. Inhale, forward in the high plank. Exhale and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, top of the mat. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, right foot forward and fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, we fold, bring our way into Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's come up on our tippy toes here. Come up into a little bit of a toe stand. Hands to heart center. You're like a Barbie doll, as some of my teachers like to say. Then if you'd like to slowly make your way into a full toe stand, as slow as possible. If you'd like to open the knees, bringing the heels together, go there. Back is nice and flat. Inhale. Exhale, palms come to the floor. We stand up tall. Toe heel the feet together. Arms sweep up tall. Hands come into heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. Cleansing breath. That's why we practice that at the beginning of practice. This is where you would use your nice deep cleansing breath. If you want to take a little drink of water here, or wipe off some yoga juice if you have any on your forehead.
I love that yoga juice.
I love the yoga juice. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, shins. Exhale, fold. We step the right foot back. Inhale, lifts up tall into crescent lunge. Inhale. Now, let's set up. See the stacking here. Left knee over the left ankle. Right heel kicking towards the back wall. Both hips rolling towards the front wall. Inhale, arms tall. Exhale, let's bring the right palm to the inside of the left foot. And then on the inhale, we'll sweep that left arm up tall. Now, if you want to come onto the right knee and flatten the right foot, feel free to do so. Take your twist here. So that right shoulder is coming behind as the left shoulder and left rib cage open up. Chest is opening here, gazing into that left thumb. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now the left palm comes onto the floor inside the left foot. If your knee is not dropped, drop your knee down, flatten that right foot, and find your way in lizard lunge. Couple different options in lizard lunge. First off, you want to lean forward on that right thigh so you're opening up the hip flexors on the right side. You can stay on your palms, perfectly fine. You can keep your foot exactly where it is on the left side, perfectly fine. Or maybe you think about rolling that left foot out to 45 degrees, or maybe coming onto the knife edge of that left foot and opening the hip. You can bring your forearms to a block. You can bring your forearms to the floor. Lots of different layers here. And we'll hold here for a few breaths, settling in, really lengthening that right quadriceps and right psoas muscles. Those are the two major muscles that flex the hip. So we're lengthening and opening those hip muscles here. When the psoas muscle becomes so tight, it causes people to bend forward. That's why as people get older, their posture tends to roll under. As you open that psoas muscle, it opens the hip and allows you to have nicer posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, if you're not on your palms, come to your palms. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Find yourself in down dog and take an optional vinyasa here. You don't have to take a vinyasa. You can stay in down dog, but if you would like to, optional vinyasa. And we'll all meet in down dog. We'll inhale that right leg tall. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. Inhale lifts us up into crescent lunge on the right. So now her knee is bent nice 90 degrees over the right ankle. Right thigh is parallel to the mat. It might take years for you to be able to do that. Left heel kicking away from you towards the back wall. If you'd like to take a little bit of a back bend here and you want to play, gaze at the ceiling, find your drishti point, and then in a nice slow straight line, begin to take your gaze behind you. Inhale. Exhale brings you back to center. We're going to take that left palm towards the floor and then sweep that right arm up into the air to take our twisting crescent. You can drop your left knee here should you choose. Flatten the left foot, or you can stay up tall, yogi's choice. That right shoulder is coming behind you. You're pressing into that left palm to grow tall. Inhale. Exhale. Find your Ujjayi breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Right palm comes to the floor, to the inside of the right hand. Drop the left knee if it isn't already. Flatten the left foot if it isn't already. And find your way in lizard lunge on the right. Now, it might feel very different from right side to left side, and that's perfectly normal and perfectly okay. But again, you have your different layers. You can stay right here, or you can roll the foot out to 45 degrees, or you can roll onto the knife edge, outer edge of that right foot. You can bring your forearms to a block. You can bring your forearms to the floor. But if your forearms come to the floor, the only caveat is that they both have to get there equally. If they don't, come back to a block or come back to your palms. Let the ego go. It doesn't matter. Nobody can see you. Actually, I can see you. We'll take 3 or 4 more breaths here. If you're not already on your palms, come to your palms. Step the right foot back to meet the left. You're in down dog. And you'll take an optional vinyasa flow here. We'll all meet in down dog. Let's bend the knees. Gaze to the top of the mat and either step or hop to the top of the mat. Find your way in Uttanasana, forward fold. Move your feet about 6 inches apart. Take your peace sign fingers, that's your middle finger and your index finger. Bring them between the big toe and the second toe, bringing your fingers underneath your big toe. Take your thumb on top of the toe. Yogi toe lock. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to flare your elbows out to the side. Inhale.
Is knee bending okay?
You can bend your knees ever so slightly here, absolutely. Exhale, fold. Your drishti point is between your legs to the back wall. One day the crown of the head is coming to the feet and the hips are touching the ceiling. That may never happen and that's okay. Inhale. Exhale, fold.
I see a bunny rabbit.
We got lots of bunny rabbits around here. Inhale, hands come to your hips. And with a flat back, begin to make your way up to tall. Palms to the side, Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to do that one more time, except we're going to move into gorilla hands this time, gorilla posture. So if you want to go for yogi toe lock again, feel free to do so. But if you have a little bit more flexibility or want to play, you're going to bring the palms underneath the soles of the feet. One day the toes are actually touching the crease on the wrist. Inhale, grow tall, shoulder blades come together, hands to hips. Exhale, begin to forward fold, flat back, chin first. And then drop the hands towards the floor. Lift the toes up and begin to place one hand at a time underneath your feet. Again, maybe one day the toes are touching the crease of the wrist. It might take a long time to get there. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Begin to flare the elbows out to the side. Again, bending the knees is fine here. You want to think about bringing the chest to the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Drishti point between the legs. Inhale, brings your hands back to your hips. And stand your way up tall using flat back. Palms to the side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Cleansing breath. So that forward fold really stretches everything from the sole of the foot, the entire back body. The sole of the foot, the calf, the hamstring, the paraspinal muscles. And our back bends do exactly the opposite. They stretch everything in the front body. So we're doing a lot of back bends and forward bends today. And we'll move into a quick warrior series here. Inhale, arm sweep up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands and either step or hop back to a high push-up. Press yourself into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts tall. Exhale, step it through top of the mat. Inhale, lifts you into crescent lunge. We've been here before, so you've had a little bit of muscle memory from earlier in the practice. Roll that left hip forward so that both hips are even. Inhale. Exhale, turn that left foot 45 degrees and make your way into warrior two. So left foot turns 45, so your right arm is out front here.
Yeah, this is the one that hurts.
Warrior
so
two.
much.
Okay, then do what you need. Yep. Amelia has a difficult time getting that foot to 45 degrees, but we want you in warrior two here.
Two.
Yeah,
Good.
there you go.
Shush.
There
Okay.
you go. So she's in warrior two. We went from crescent lunge to warrior two, pressing the outside of the left foot into the mat, right knee over the right ankle. Open that right knee so that you can make sure you see your big right toe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands come behind the back. We're going to make a fist and move into humble warrior, a bowing posture. Inhale, grow tall, shoulder blades together. Exhale, begin to forward fold, bringing the crown of your head towards your inner ankle. It may never get there, that's okay, but that's where you're going. You want to try to the best of your ability to keep the chest off of the thigh. You want to be inside of that. Now this is a bowing posture, a posture of reverence. Who or what are you paying reverence to? Who are you paying respect to right now? Maybe it's yourself for doing this. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's another entity. If you're comfortable here and would like to lift the arms off of the back, feel free to do so. Inhale. Exhale, make your way back to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, left palm comes to the left thigh. And then inhale, flip the right palm up, high five the back wall, find yourself in reverse warrior. Trying to keep that knee bent, don't lose that knee bent, and now you'll feel the right side body opening, just like we did at the beginning of practice in our seated postures when you felt that side body open. Now, you can look at your left foot or you can look into your right palm. Inhale. Exhale takes us back to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to frame out the right foot with both feet. Step the right foot, frame out the right foot with both hands. I'm sorry. Step the right foot back. We're in down dog, and you can take an optional vinyasa. My apologies. You can't frame out the right foot with both feet. You would have to.
I was going to try.
We'll all meet in down dog. Sometimes the words come out differently than they're being thought of. Cleansing breath in down dog. Shake it out, shake it out. Getting little cramps. We'll move to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts tall. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. Inhale lifts us up into crescent lunge on the left. So you're kicking your right heel towards the back wall, engaging the calf and hamstring muscles. Left knee bent, solid and strong, 90 degrees. Hips are rolling forward on the right side. Inhale. Exhale opens us up into Warrior Two. Pressing into the outer edge of that right foot. Shoulders lined up perfectly over the hips. Extending the left fingertips towards the front wall, the right fingertips towards the back wall. Inhale. Exhale, we'll bring our hands behind our back into a fist. Inhale, grow tall, shoulder blades come together. Exhale, humble warrior. Coming to the inside of that left thigh with the chest, crown of the head towards the floor. Again, who or what are we paying reverence to? Find your breath. Scan your body. Where can you do a little bit less to gain a little bit more? And then if you're comfortable here and would like to lift the arms off of the back, pressing the shoulder blades together. Beautiful posture here. Inhale. Exhale lifts us back to Warrior Two. Inhale. Exhale, right palm comes to the right thigh. Inhale, left palm flips. You're high-fiving the back wall. Reverse warrior. Left side body now opening. Fingertips touching the wall behind you. Gazing either into the palm, or if you'd like to take a little twist as Amelia is here, you can maybe gaze at that right foot. Inhale. Exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale. Exhale, frame out the left foot with both hands. Step the left foot back. You're in down dog. Optional vinyasa. Take a down dog. And then we'll take a real quick child's pose here. Knees come out wide. Big toes come together. Regain your breath. Come back to your yoga head. Watch your internal dialogue. Find the breath. Three-part breath when you need to refine that breath. First breath, focus, concentrate, be mindful of the breath itself. Second breath, focus, concentrate on the environment that surrounds you. Third breath, join both of those things together. Bring your breath and your environment together, and then you'll be back on the path. You might have to do that dozens, thousands of times to come back each time. Inhale. Exhale, roll over the toes, make your way into down dog. Bend the knees ever so slightly. Gaze at the top of the mat and either step or hop to the top of the mat. Find yourself in a forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up tall. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We're going to set up for our balance postures. You're going to face the mirror. So we're going to begin with tree pose today. We'll use our left foot as our balance foot. So as always, be conscious and mindful. Instead of just slapping your foot down, let's take that left heel into the mat. Then we'll drop the ball of the foot. We'll lift the toes up to engage that plantar fascia and then drop the toes down. We'll bring our hands to heart center. So tree pose can be in a lot of different ways. You can come into kickstand where your right toes are on the floor and your heel is on your left shin. Or you can bring the sole of your right foot to the inner shin. Or you can bring the sole of your foot to the inner thigh. Or if you have half lotus in your posture, yogi's choice. If you're where Amelia is, or you have your foot on your leg, make sure that you begin to roll that right knee behind you, opening that thigh. If you would like to exalt your arms here, feel free to do so. Bringing the arms up tall, maybe swaying side to side. Challenge your balance here. Feel free to fall out. I invite you, I encourage you to fall out. Left leg is solid and strong here. Contract the left quadriceps to straighten that leg. Hands come back to heart center. Now let's bring that right knee into the chest. Now we're going to begin to bend, take that leg behind us. We're going to bring the heel of the right foot towards the glute. Take the right hand and grab the top of the right foot.
On the outside?
Mm-hmm. Now take the left hand if you can and grab the foot also. Then bring the heel towards the glute. If you can get it there, bring the shoulder blades back and stand tall. Left leg solid and strong, contracting that left quadriceps. Straightening that leg, holding here. See how close you can get the heel to the glute. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands come back to heart center, right knee comes back into the chest. We're going to move into Shiva Pose. So we're going to begin to bring that right kneecap into the space behind the left knee, and we'll begin to sit down, bending that left knee, bringing the right heel towards the glute. You're an upward facing dog back for Shiva Pose. Inhale. Exhale, bend that left knee. Inhale brings the right knee back into the chest. We're going to step that right foot forward about 3 feet. We'll make ourselves on railroad tracks here. Arms sweep up tall. We're going to move into standing head to knee. So arms are up tall. We're going to cross the thumbs. Inhale. Exhale. We bring the chin to the chest. Suck the belly button in and slowly begin to roll down. You can bend your knee as much as you need to here. You can bring your fingertips to the floor if you're in Namaskar, prayer pose, or you can open your hands and put your palms onto the floor. The ultimate goal here is getting your forehead to the knee. So this is a throat choke posture. So bend your knee as much as you need to. Nice round spine here. Inhale, pressing down into the left heel. Exhale. Inhale begins to bring the arms up tall. Step the feet together. Palms come to the side. Tadasana, mountain pose. And breathe. So when you are in full-fledged standing head to knee, you're really in a throat choke. You're really engaging the thyroid, the lymphatic system, and it's a panic posture. But you might not have the ability to take those long, deep cleansing or Ujjayi breaths because your throat is choked. So your breathing pattern might have to slow down there. It might have to slow down a little bit. Quicker, smaller sips of air will get you through that posture. We'll move to the other side. Now the right foot is the balanced foot. So the heel of that right foot comes into the mat, followed by the ball of the right foot. Lift the right toes to engage the plantar fascia. And then drop the toes, hands come to heart center. Yogi's choice on tree pose, kickstand, inner shin, inner thigh, half lotus. I'll go in a half lotus here.
I want to be even.
Yes, you have to be even.
Thank you.
Find your drishti point, usually about 3 or 4 feet in front, your focus point. Roll that left knee behind you without moving the hips, opening that hip joint, external rotation of the left hip, contracting the right quadriceps. Pay attention to that right leg. Feel the constant adjustments in the right foot and ankle. Inhale. Exhale, let's take that left knee into the chest. We'll begin to, keeping that left knee bent, begin to bring that left leg behind, reach around, grab the top of the left foot with the left hand, reach around, grab the top of the left foot with the right hand, and then bring the heel towards the glute, opening the chest here, retracting the shoulder blades, contracting that right quadriceps again. Inhale.
Lefts and rights and hands and feet. It's like Twister.
It is like Twister. Exhale. Left knee comes into the chest. We'll move into Shiva Pose. So, left kneecap behind the right knee.
What's it called?
It's called the popliteal fossa. Bend that left knee. Begin to bend down on the right side. Try not to roll over. Chin comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left knee comes into the chest. Let's step that left leg out long, about 3 feet. Arms sweep up tall. Palms together, thumbs are crossed. Inhale, grow. Exhale, chin comes to the chest. Sucking the belly button in here. Begin to slowly roll yourself down. Fingertips can come to the floor, or you can bring your palms to the floor. Bend the knee as much as you need to get the forehead to the knee. Shake a little bit, that's fine. Shaking is fine. Find your breath here. Smaller sips of air will get you through. Inhale. If your forehead is on your knee and you can press that knee back a little bit, straightening that leg one last time. Inhale, arms come up tall. Exhale, feet come together. Hands to the side, Tadasana, mountain pose, and breathe.
That was good.
What was?
My whole thing. That was
Yeah,
good.
I'm doing
Good
okay.
job. Yeah, you're doing good.
All right, I got a future.
Yeah, you got the going.
All right, we're going to make our way to our seats here. However you want to get there. Yogi's choice. And we're going to make our way into boat pose, Navasana. So from seated pose, we'll bend the knees. Let's hold on to the back of the hamstrings here. And the chest is nice and open. So we'll hold here. Bring the thighs as close to the belly as possible. If you're comfortable here and like to open your arms, feel free to do so. And if you're comfortable here and would like to extend the legs out long, feel free to do so. Amelia's getting her chest and thighs closer and closer with each practice. We're going to make our way to our backs on a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You've made it to the floor, yogis. Good job. This isn't easy. It's not supposed to be easy.
It's practice.
It's practice. It's practice. I should have my Sixers shirt on for that, not my Kripalu shirt.
I know Garrett just said that.
We'll
right
move into a wind removing pose here. So let's bend the right knee. Clasp the hands 2 inches below that right knee. Inhale. Exhale, right knee comes to right shoulder. Now take a quick look. You want to make sure that your shoulder, your knee, and your ankle are in a straight line. The foot does have a tendency sometimes to come to the midline of the body, so bring that back out. Inhale. Activating and engaging the ascending colon here. Exhale. And release. Inhale, left knee bends. Clasping the hands 2 inches below the knee. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Maybe bringing that left thigh out to the side ever so slightly to avoid the rib cage, and then bringing it back into the center. Again, take a quick look at your alignment. Shoulder, knee, ankle lined up. Inhale. Exhale, activating the descending colon, and release. Bringing both legs up together. We'll grab the knees one another. If you can grab your elbows, feel free to go there. If you can't reach your elbows, that's okay. You can go for forearms. You can go for wrists. Inhale. Exhale, knees to chest. Make yourself into a small ball here. Engaging and activating the transverse colon. Inhale. Exhale for your last moment or so. If you want to roll that forehead up towards the knees and take yourself into as small a ball as possible. And release. Let's take our arms out into a T, palms facing down, knees come up into the air, bent. We'll take a final spinal twist here. Inhale. Exhale, knees go left and gaze goes right. Her hips are stacked, her knees are stacked, her ankles are stacked. Gaze is over the right fingertips. Pressing the right shoulder into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come up tall. Exhale, knees go right and gaze goes left. Again, knees stacked, ankles stacked, hips stacked, gazing over the left middle fingers here. Taking the left cheek, left ear towards the mat, pressing the left shoulder down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knees come back to center. If there is anything that you choose to do to seal your own personal practice, feel free to go there now. Otherwise, should you choose, you can begin to move into our final posture of today's practice. Final Shavasana. The most difficult of all of the yoga asanas, requiring stillness of mind as well as stillness of body. If you have not yet moved into Shavasana, begin to move there now. Palms facing up, toes open, shoulders relaxed. Begin to melt into your mat. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. Relax your shins and calves, relax your hamstrings and thighs. Relax your hips, relax your waist. Relax your belly. Relax your fingers, relax your hands, relax your wrists. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Relax your face, relax your forehead. Relax your crown. Relax your mind. Begin to allow consciousness and awareness to return to your bodies. If you'd like to wiggle your toes, wiggle your feet, shake your head yes and no, feel free to do so. And if you'd like to clasp your hands above your head, maybe taking one final good morning stretch. And then rolling onto your right side in fetal position. And then making your way to the top of your mat. Easy seated posture, half lotus or full lotus, hands to heart center, eyes are closed. When we feel powerless, we have forgotten how much choice we really do have. We have a choice to take action, and we have a choice to change the story we are telling ourselves about our powerlessness. Instead of sulking in the feeling of powerlessness, we can ask, what do I need to do right now to feel competent to handle this situation? During these times, we can also jumpstart ourselves by remembering past times when we successfully handled a challenging situation while remaining loving and whole, and then trying to find that feeling again. The yamas and niyamas. If you would like to join Amelia and I in a practice feeling Om, please feel free to do so. If you choose not to, that is okay. We'll take one deep cleansing breath and then a second inhale and exhale to Om. Inhale. Inhale. As we take our thumb knuckles between our eyebrows to our third eye and take a slight bow towards one another, the light in us honors the light in each of you. We thank you for joining us in our practice together today. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time. Whether you're watching this morning, noon, or night, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.